Good morning, ES and MES Futures Traders. If you're looking for a group, whether you're a brand new futures trader or you've been doing it for 20 plus years, you are welcome to check us out at microstrader.com. All right, there's quite a bit to talk about on this chart. So, monster move last week. Monster moves, plural, monster moves. And we have been softening up the ground here overnight. I mean, look how tested this area is. We explored underneath it for a little bit and laddered back up past it. All of the indices are below Friday's half back at this point. Seems to be softening the ground for perhaps a run underneath it. So today's tip is going to be the opposite of a short squeeze. Careful with longs below. Careful with longs below. In other words, if you do decide to go long because of some level, don't make things worse if it goes against you. Just to get out. As we say in our group, there's another high probability trade right around the corner. You just have to wait for it. Just to get out. Daily trend line, that's what this red dotted line is. We are still over that red trend line, okay? Single prints. So we still have these three sets of single prints that are still valid until they are tested in the RTH session. So there they are. And then the halfback from Thursday, February the 22nd, I think needs to be there. Each of these are little signposts on the trip down. Okay? Each of those little signposts, touching in the overnight means nothing. It doesn't mean anything really. It doesn't count until they're tested in the RTH session. And then I have my warning shot to bulls here. I could even probably have that a little higher, but it makes sense that's the warning shot. And then just a reminder, careful with longs below. Could be the opposite of a short squeeze. News drivers today, there aren't any. The big news drivers are Tuesday through Friday, with PCE being the core news driver this week. Overnight, I feel like they're softening up the ground here. We're laddering down. We're under half back. It's been a good long time here. Came up and grabbed this liquidity. What's going to happen? It's real hard to want to be long. But if you were to say trend, you're above this daily trend line. Below there, things could get dicey. Could. What do I know? This thing could go to 5,500 this week. What do I know? We trade the levels as they're presented, paying attention to trend and being cognizant of trade location and being aware of where the most significant magnets for price are on the chart. So let's talk about the strong levels. The strong levels, I usually say they're strong, but right now are they sort of maybe kind of weak levels? Because if this thing decides to flush, how it correlates to my tip here, am I going to want to go long off these levels? Probably not. What I would most likely do is I'm going to be looking, honestly, to be short heading into them, cognizantly aware of where those levels are, because those are good places price could have a reaction that might send price back in my face. I would just monitor those levels, to be honest, to look for evidence. Is that all they wanted to do? And it starts laddering back up. So careful today, and careful with longs below. All right, I'll see my group on Zoom here in just a little bit.
Stay green, my friends. And to learn more about our group, go to microstrader.com.